Yo guys, welcome back to Zeus Gaming, and we are back with another live stream today on the F125 game. And today we are on Today we are on our third track of the 30-day series. We are going to try to get as many tracks as possible in 30 days, but we just have a 2 hour window for streaming, and in that window whatever happens we will be doing that. Usually we are not able to complete the overall practice, qualifying and race format in those 2 hours, but we will try our best to do that. Today we are going to go in the uh, at the Interlagos circuit in Brazil, which is one of the most iconic circuits in the F1 calendar. Usually, it's one of the anti-clockwise circuit which we have in the F1 calendar, and yeah, it has given so many iconic moments over the years. It used to be the final season decider earlier before Abu Dhabi Grand Prix was there, but yeah, so lots of championships were decided in the at this iconic circuit. The most iconic for me would be the 2008 championship for Lewis Hamilton, where he was, and the 2012 finale as well for I think Sebastian Vettel. So those two would be the most iconic races for me, where it was decided on the last lap. Like, even on the last lap, it was not sure who was going to win, and then both Lewis and Sebastian Vettel held on to the lead of the championship and won the championship there. So yeah, apart from that, this is pretty much we are pretty habitual on this circuit, on this particular track, so shouldn't be too difficult as was with the Bahrain Grand Prix. So we will be able to complete the sessions pretty quickly rather than taking a lot of time to get that practice on Bahrain. We got a good race in Bahrain, we didn't struggle a lot there, but yeah, we had to do setups offline. We tried different setups offline in for getting that car in the right operating window in Bahrain. But for Brazil, this won't be the case, as we have practiced a lot before as well on this track. So we will straight away be going into the race format. So we are going to follow the standard race format which we have been using for the first and the second race, which was on first was in Austria and second was in um, Bahrain. And yeah, we are going to use equal performance cars. We are going to drive as Lewis Hamilton. The weekend structure would be as follows: we will be doing a 1 hour practice session in which we will do a quali sim, couple of quali sims, then couple of race sims as well, trying to spend as much time as possible within that 1 hour on the track, trying to understand setup, and trying to better our lap times. So that is what we will do in this practice session. Apart from that, we will be having a short qualifying, which is one single session of 18 minutes, similar to what we have in real life for Q1. And after that, it will be a long race, which will be 50% of the race. I think there are 36 laps in the Brazilian Grand Prix for 50% of the race. So that is what we will be doing today. And yeah, that is how our race is going to pan out. So I hope everyone joining in has had their dinner by this time. It's almost 10:30 in India, so I hope all the Indian audience at least would have been completed their dinner and have joined us to chill on this wonderful game of motorsport. And yeah, this is what which gives us all the thrill in the world. So whoever is joining in, welcome to the stream. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe so that you never miss out on any updates that we share on our channel. You can check out our Instagram account as well, which is at XTC Zeus Gaming. You can follow that as well. There also we post regular reels, race updates, highlight videos, and track guides and so on. So yeah, you can follow that as well. Check that out. The link is in the channel description, so you can follow that and go to our Instagram account and follow that as well. Today's target for the subscribers would be um, 100. We will try to get to 100 as soon as possible. We are right now at 81, so we would like to do it as quickly as possible. So share this stream with your friends, ask them to subscribe, and show us the maximum support you can. And as always, I am thankful to you for joining the stream, and I hope you enjoy today's stream, as we are going to go straight away on the Interlagos circuit in Brazil. So weekend structure we have already set up. We are going to go into the difficulty B. As always, we are going to use the maximum difficulty of 110 AI. If we check the assists, we don't use any assists at the moment. None of it. Everything is off. The gearbox is also manual, so it will be the pure pace for us. Weather and time of the day, we are selecting dry for the moment. We are not trying to get into wet sessions as of now. We will be doing that practice offline because it gets really messy, and we are trying to improve. I am doing some offline races in the wet weather, but yeah, I need more improvement, so we will not be doing that on the streams, as that will hamper your watch experience. So I think we are ready with the setup. So we have increased safety cars, we have standard red flags, safety car experience is also immersive, pit stop experience is also immersive. Corner cutting is strict, so that it will follow the rules that are there in real life as well, so that's why it will be staying on strict. And yeah, I think we are ready to go on the Brazilian Grand Prix. So let's go. We are going into the first practice, which will be the only practice, to be honest. So the first practice for 1 hour, we will be doing quali sims and the race sims. We will start on soft set of tires. Brazil is usually easier on the soft tires. We can do 5-6 laps easily by 5-6 flying laps easily on this track. So it shouldn't be too much of a struggle for us at the moment. But yeah, I just need to check one more thing before we get into the track. Let's.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check.
Okay, so we are already on the track. I would share the setups as well with us, which we are currently using for the Brazilian Grand Prix and all of the Grand Prix. So if you check our previous streams, you will see what setups we are using for the Grand Prix. They will be a bit different from what we have in the time trials. Time trial setups tend to be less balanced. They won't be as balanced, but they will be mighty fast. So that's why time trial setups will be different. In the race, you need consistency. So, and you have to also manage the tires and all. So that's why in the race format, at least, you won't have the same setups as we have in Brazilian.
There are still technically 3 corners after turn 12, Juncal, but those are all full throttle. For that last slow corner, stay as wide as you can into the braking zone and turn in early. The curb can look high, so you'll be tempted to avoid it,
so
but the inside wheel will be unloaded,
we do
so
have
should all
our
be fine.
Brazil quali setup. We will be straight away going into that. This is the same setup we will be using for race as well. We'll just make a slight tweak in the setup to get a maximum balance in the car. The setup for quali would be a little bit faster than what we will be using in race, so that will be the only difference. Yeah, so the difference which we will have here is we will try to use the maximum tire pressures when we go on the track for quali runs, but when it gets to the race, we will just reduce the tire pressure a bit to get a real
So
rear
just want to remind
stability.
you to keep an eye
The
on your
turn
tyre
one is a
usage.
very
We're
tricky
going to have to give
traction
2
zone.
sets back
Rear
at the end of
stability
this
is very
session, so
important
they'll
there,
be
so that's why we
unavailable for
will
the
be
rest of the weekend.
using a little
We're
less
going to hand over the 2
tire
most
pressure
worn sets, so
in
don't
the
ruin
rears
the tyres that you
during
might
the
want to
race.
use
But
later.
yeah, for at least the qualifying and flying laps, we will be using full tire pressure. I think we are going to go on 9 lap fuel, which is for 13 laps. Which is 13 kgs, and we will be going on soft set of tires. So we have 4 soft set of tires, 1 medium set and 1
Okay,
hard
the
set of
forecast
tires.
looking
So
good for this session.
I will try
We've got
to
dry
save
weather
1
all the
soft
way.
set of tire for the race when it comes to the race. So we will be doing runs only on 3 soft set of tires, 1 medium and 1 hard set of tires, so that we have 1 set left for the race when it comes to the race. So yeah, I think it is time now to get on the track. There are 4 or 5 people on the track already, and we are going to do the same. So let's just get out on the track. We are going to drive out of the pits. It's a sunny day here. I think the Brazilian Grand Prix happens in morning itself, so that's why it's a sunny day. We are going to go on the track on a pretty sunny overall track. It gets sometimes tricky, like in tracks like Azerbaijan and Singapore. Not Singapore, but Azerbaijan is a day race. Even in Bahrain, it sometimes gets tricky because I reference my braking points by some of the track layout. But if it's sunny, there are lots of shadows. Yeah, Belgium also. The final corner in Belgium is very tricky when it comes to the bus stop chicane. If it's sunny, it will just cast a lot of shadow on the track. So yeah, it's a short track, and we are already on the final corner, and here we go for our first flying lap in the Brazilian Grand Prix. So let's go and try to push as much as possible on our flying lap. DRS open, battery up to 70%, not less than that. This is the most trickiest part. Yeah, that's what happens. I thought so. We just touched a bit of grass there and we lost the lap. We are not going to go pushing once again. We will just go slowly and do another out lap. I think the tire temperature should be in the window. So yeah. So turn 1 is the most trickiest part on this circuit. Other than that, it's pretty easy to navigate through the track. It's not too complex. Probably one of the easier tracks on the F1 calendar. When it rains, it gets tricky again. So, alright. So once again, we are. What happened there? So we are once again going on a flying lap up to 70. Just going a little bit cautious there on the exit of turn 1. On the second straight, we have a purple sector. Just a bit of wide there on turn 5. And we lost the lap once again. Come on. This is where the practice matters. Because we didn't have the practice in last, I think 1 month or so on the Brazilian Grand Prix. So it gets tricky. To manage those invalidations. But yeah, we are going for a third attempt. This is kind of unwanted, to be honest. We would have liked to put that first attempt itself on the track. But yeah, that didn't happen. But this time we are having a good exit. Not pushing too hard at the moment, as we invalidated a couple of laps. Went a little bit wide than what we would have wanted. But still a decent lap, I would say, not too perfect. Signs getting out of the way nicely there. And now we deploy all of our remaining energy into the next straight. Yeah, we are right away with a time of 110.5. Everyone else is on a medium set of tires. Everyone started on a medium set of tires. Let's just see where we have. So by lap 4, even though we didn't push all the way, still we do have lot less degradation than what we have in other tracks. So this is the benefit of playing in. Let Aston Martins pass from here. But rear front tires are a little bit more heated up. We just want to save that. Yeah, so we are gonna go once again on a flying lap.
Okay,
This time we are going to push a little bit more harder than what we did last time. But let's see how much we can pull off from here. Not a perfect exit, but still in the good window right now. No man, come on. We lost that lap once again there. So we will go for another attempt after the end of this lap. I don't mind actually invalidating laps here. It's cool. It doesn't matter that much. We are on our first set of tires only. And loss is not that much at the moment. So here we go once again for our 5th attempt on the track. of the DRS zone, we deploy the battery up to 70%. Just a bit of lock up there. We're definitely going to lose a lot of time there. But it's okay. As long as we have a decent second sector, should be fine with us. No.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
No man, come on. Just got distracted a bit.
Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
I think it was 10 minutes.
Radio
past,
check,
so
please.
we will do that.
Radio check.
We will not waste any time. Tire pressures to max.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button, and you can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
Because we already were almost in the we were anyway going to pit in this lap, so it doesn't matter what we do right now. Let's do this. Let's play it with 23.
There's a lot of time available in turn 6 if you get the right line. It's a very fast right-hander, so just lift off the throttle to get the car turned in, clip the curb, and gently apply the power to run out wide on the exit of 7.
This will
be ready for
kind
hard
of
braking into 8. The car might be a bit unstable there.
Wasting any time. We will not be doing any outlaps, just the first outlap when we get out on the track. So that will be the only
Don't push the car just yet. Track is still green. Try to take it easy for the
outlap.
first couple
Other
of
than
laps.
that, we will be trying to manage our ERS. So this is basically our ERS management strategy that we do usually with the medium set of tires. We take a load of fuel. We go for 7-8 laps. We try to understand how we can improve our ERS strategy from here, trying to save as much battery as possible so that we will have that in the main race. So that's what we do in this medium tire run. I think the tires should be a little bit, we need to warm them up. So we will straight away push a little bit up to the up to the end of second sector. So just short lap. There is not much time to get your tires in the operating window in the first lap itself. But here we go. Once again, we are gonna go with the flying laps itself. Not gonna push too hard. We would like to save batteries in the battery in the second sector whenever we can. Trying not to invalidate any lap this time. Okay, that was a good first sector. I won't say the best. Best will be coming in with the soft set of tires. Not going flat out through here. We have lot of battery to spare on the main straight. We can do that. On our first lap, don't know where we land on. We got a time of 110.7. It was invalidated, but still it has been registered as an invalidated lap. It doesn't matter. Now basically the track will start to grip up. We'll find more and more grip once we get our tires in the operating window. Struggling a bit of understeer there. We need to focus. We are getting distracted by something. So we are currently P1. Now when we got on the medium set of tire, everyone else said, no, we are not going to do that. So everyone started to go on the soft set of tire, which was our strategy before the crash that happened. Okay. Lost the apex on the exit of turn 1 there. Now this is a lap where we'll recharge the battery a bit. We will lose a bit of time there. Not deploying anything here as well. This was the battery saver lap. And now we deploy as much as possible on the main straight. This is where we want to be, with 70% battery on the before the final corner. We are 2 tenths up on our best time so far. bit of time on the... No, not this time. Don't crash. Come on, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
you've got
we
front
are
wing
going to
damage.
box
This
for
will have
new
a
one.
major impact on
We did
performance
5
as you
laps
box for
with
a
a
new one.
23% tire wear. Don't say it was bad. But yeah, that was an unfortunate push. Shouldn't have pushed on the second gear there. Should have tried to find the traction.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
Very fast pit lane as well on this track. We are currently P1, so that's not a big issue for us. Even on the medium set of tires, we have not gone to the soft set of tires at the moment. I'm planning to go for another medium run, just going to repair the wings here. We didn't lose too much of tire there with that spin, but yeah, it will be couple of points of tire deck, but yeah, we should be able to fix that, and we will go once again on the same set of tires with the same fuel level. This time we are just going to reduce
Okay,
the
our best lap so far,
tire temps,
110.8.
tire
We've had to
pressures a
spend
bit,
time repairing the
and
damage
we
to
are
the car.
going to go
Okay,
right
we're
away on the
20th
same
in the
set
speed
of
trap,
tires. Don't want to waste
330.0
this
kilometers
medium
per
tire
hour. Okay,
at
that's all the checks
at
complete.
this
We're ready
moment.
to go.
We just improved the rear stability a bit by reducing the tire pressures in the rear. But yeah, let's see if we are able to match those times which we were doing. So there is not a lot of tire take at the moment after lap 5. We have done 5 laps, and within 5 laps we are at 25% tire wear, so that is a good tire management, I would say. Usually we can go for around 17 laps on this set of tires. So if we consider that, we will be somewhere around lap 15 and at the 75% tire wear. Which can get tricky, but yeah, we'll see.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
Battery management simulation. Just a bit of a wiggle there. Not a big deal at this moment. This is where we crashed last time. Actually 2 times in a row. this is one of our best tracks in the league races as well. We have performed brilliantly previously in the league races on this track. We have a really good tire management as well, so we don't have to worry about that, to be honest. We are on lap 8. This is where we will see a lot of graining on the tire, as you can see on the front, and it should be there on the rears as well. I can't show that. Maybe on the main straight we can see how much Faraday we are seeing on the rear tires. But our times do not drop drastically on this track. That's why our tire management is really good. We are doing identical lap times at the moment, not speeding off by a lot, to be honest. So this has been a good sprint overall with the brake and considering the brake as well. No. Why are we struggling there? With the traction, a little bit of traction loss. So that lap also has been destroyed. Let Norris pass right now, and we are going to try once again. Now we will struggle with the grip the most in this string. With these fading tires.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
still doing similar lap time, not filled it off completely at the moment. Once again we had a big movement there. This time we were able to save the lap. I think the tires are short now. By lap 12 we have the tires that are gone completely. We'll try to do another lap on the same set of tires. Did I have a puncture or something? Not that moment. Not too far off, just 2 seconds from what we had done as our best lap, so not bad. I think this is the time we should pit. What happened?
Okay, we can take you this lap.
I think someone went off there at turn 4. Yeah, we are coming in. Box
Okay,
this
we're
lap.
low on
Box
fuel.
this
Box
lap.
in the next 2 laps, please. Box this lap, please. Box this lap. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch the on-screen prompts that show your target speed and
Alright,
distance to the
so I
limiter
think
line.
we have 13 laps on this tire. I think everyone else has been doing quali simulations, and that's why we are currently at P14, from where we would definitely be going P1 in this practice session at least. Not sure about the quali session, but for at least the practice session we will be P1. Then we will see what we have for the upcoming quali and the race session. So we have 24 minutes on our hand. I think we did 60%.
To view information on your current levels of tyre wear and damage, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then again to cycle to the tyres and the damage screen.
Almost 60% tire wear we were able to achieve. Let's just see the race director and the lap times that we did. Not here. So 110.7s, 110.8, 110.8, 111.6. I think this was the battery recharge lap. Once again 110.8, 111.9. I think this is where we struggled a bit. Then 111.9 once again, 111.6, 111.9, 112.1. Okay, so 110.8. After this lap, we crashed and broke our wing. So we went back to the pits. And when we started with 111.9, 111.6, 111.9, 112.1, we were consistent before this lap. We were again consistent for another couple of laps. And yeah, that's how the overall ERS simulation worked for us. Not the best, I would say, but still, it was good.
Right, so our fastest lap currently,
now
1 minute 10.8. We're 7th in the speed trap, 330.2 kilometers per hour.
Soft set of tires, taking a little bit fuel so that we can have 2 attempts on the track with the soft set of tires, because we should have 2 attempts. Let me just see one thing.
Okay, it's pretty quiet on track. We should consider getting out there now.
I'm not sure when we did this. This was for 17.4. What is this showing? 13, 12, 2019. 2019. In 2019, the game wasn't even there. That's strange. Okay. Why? Save. Okay. Yeah, now it shows the correct time. Anyway, let's just get on the track for our first quali simulation. We'll do this and then we will be doing a long.
All set, we're ready to go. So let's get the car out to the track.
We are not using too much of our soft tires. We just use one medium set. Now we are using one soft set, and that's it for our practice. That should be it for our practice, because this will take another 5 minutes and then we will have 16 laps to do. I guess we can do around 8 to 9 laps on the hard set of tires, just to see how much of a tire degradation we are going to have. So yeah, let's go. So this will be our quali simulation. Once again, I am not taking minimum fuel. I just want to see the pace that we currently have in our car on decent amount of fuel, and if we mess up the lap, we will have extra fuel to chase down another flying lap. So that's why I have carried extra fuel right now. We will be pushing to the max on this lap. This is it for our quali simulation. We'll have only one chance to do that. We'll have to get the best out of this lap. So let's just go on that flying lap. DRS and ERS activated at the same time. Into the first corner braking zone. Not a big improvement on our medium tire run. But still, that was enough to get the fastest first sector. Now that's what happens. We get too greedy, and every time we lose that,
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
I don't think anyone is coming from behind us. We will have to go for another run. Made a mistake there in the final sector. This is not ideal for us. Making too many mistakes at the moment. This was a better exit of turn 1. I like that. Five tenths up. Let out through here. Made a little bit of mistake there on the final corner. But apart from that, it was a decent lap. And we are currently P2 behind our teammate. It should be fine. I don't mind that. We actually have one more attempt to do a flying lap because we have 3 laps of fuel. And we don't have too much of static reduction as well. Only 13% static. Let's try to save those tires a bit before we go for that another round of poly run. This is good, not too bad. If we didn't have that mistake on the final corner, we would have been on P1. Okay, so we have recharged our battery once again. Let's just try to do like this time. DRS and ERS activated. Lost almost a couple of times. There is some kind of issue with the setup because we are losing a lot of grip on that secondary. But anyway, we are going to go in the pits as we have to do.
Understood. Stopping this lap. Alright, in this lap,
race
please
simulation.
box this lap.
Now in the race simulation, we won't be using any DRS. We are going to go in clean air on the hard set of tires without using any DRS or any DRS, sorry, and try to maximize our lap times. So let's do that. Let's try to get as best as lap times as possible. So now we have done our soft run.
To view your current tyre, brake and engine temperatures, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display and then press it again to cycle through until you reach the
Let's
temperature
reduce
information
the tire
screen.
pressures once again up to 22.5. This is what we have been using for our race setup, and yeah, I think we are good to go. We will be able to do, I guess 9 or 10 laps.
Okay, when you're ready, let's go.
So the tires will be completely cold. We will need to heat up our tires. As quickly as possible. So we are going to straight away push out on the track without wasting any time. Not that much tire temperature in at the moment, but still our rear tires are ready at least. With the lower tire temperature, we also have a chance of overheating the rear tires, so that we need to keep under control with our smooth steering inputs throughout the lap. So let's try to do that. We're not going to use any DRS for this whole simulation, only the ERS will be active. And here we go for our race simulation, and this is lap 1. Heavy fuel, hard tire, the grip is going to be tricky. We are going to be cautious for the first couple of laps. Even if the track is pretty much hooked up, give it to 50. Now the tires still in the operating window, not losing too much time. We are having some minor lockups there. This will surely hurt our tires a bit. A bit of a movement there. We have a lot of battery to spare on this lap, getting down to 44%. Alright, we are putting consistent lap times at the moment, not bad for our race simulation. I'm having such a good rotation with the car at the moment. Using a little bit more battery on each straight now.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
This has been such a good race stint. Finally, I am feeling confident in the car and with the setup as well. Without DRS as well, we are matching the time which we were able to do in the medium tire sprint. It was a miserable sprint. Shouldn't have done that. I did this for first time. That was a stupid mistake on our end. We just deployed the battery a little too early than what we would have expected, and it just spun out. You need to be careful with that. Those kind of mistakes are just unnecessary. Destroy the complete rhythm, basically. So this is almost the end of the practice session because it's just 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Now we don't need to box this lap.
Please box this lap.
We need to push next lap. Let's go. With this we are starting our final lap on the sprint. Apart from that one mistake that we did on previous lap, it was almost a perfect stint. With very little mistakes, almost no mistakes I would say, and very consistent time. Yeah, this was going to happen. I knew it. So that should be it.
Okay, the McLaren driver's ahead of you. Norris just ahead.
So the tire dip
right,
doesn't look too bad. Just 25%
109.5.
of after I think 10 laps of run. We did almost 10 laps. So it was a really good tire management stint which we did on these hard set of tires. So yeah, I think this is the end of practice session. After this, the qualifying is coming up. So stay tuned. We are going to take a bit of a break just to have some water. You guys also can have some water, and we are going to rejoin in couple of, I guess, 5 minutes. But yeah, before that we will be reviewing our session with the race times that we did. We already know the tire deck, but we need to check
And
out the
that's it.
race
Practice is officially over. Until next
simulation
time,
times as well.
goodbye.
So that's what we are going to do. Medium tire we already checked. It was a good run at the first 5 laps. We made a mistake in the 6th lap, crashed due to over throttling, and then we went back on the track to put the times in the same fuel level. That's why the times are a little bit behind. Also, the tires were also on the same level, which was around 25% already. So from 25% onwards, we went to 60% for 13 laps of run. Then we did a couple of soft tire runs, out of which we found a base time. Which was our best time? Okay, so our best time was 16:348, which is 1/10 faster. Still, we need a lot of time to get the pole position. I would say somewhere around 1/8 we would like to have. And yeah, then we came into the hard tire run, which is for 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So we did 10 laps on the hard set of tires. We had only 25, I think 35% on the rear right, but apart from that, it was really good tire management stint where the times were 11:2, 11:3, 11:7, 11:6, 11:5, 11:2 again, 11:6, 11:7, 11:5 once again. So we didn't lose any pace. We were around, I think, 0.2 to 0.7. So within 0.5 second of our best lap times on those hard set of tires. So it was a good race stint. This was without the help of DRS, so the times would be a little bit off due to that, but DRS would be adding around I think 6/10 here, so it should the times were around what we were doing on the medium set of tires at the start of the session. So that is obvious, and that's how we need to improve over our lap times in every session. So yeah, with that we close off our race simulation and the practice session, and we are going straight away into the qualifying session, which will be a single short qualifying session for 18 minutes, which will give us a chance to put down 3 flying laps on this track. We will be using all of our soft tires. We have lots of soft tires still left, so we should have some of them for the race. So that is a good thing for us. If there are late safety cars, we can definitely go on a set of soft tires. I think other people used a lot of soft tires, as we saw in the race director notes. So
Okay, mate.
apart from that, yeah, I think it was a good practice session, and with that we are going to take a short 5-minute break before we go back on the qualifying session. So stay tuned, and yeah, we will be back in 5 minutes time. Alright. After a short break, we are back once again with the stream, and we are going to continue to get on with our qualifying run right now. So, as I mentioned earlier, this is going to be a short qualifying session. Um, for 18 minutes, which is equivalent to what we have in Q1 in real life. So we are going to do that, and we are going to try to get on a pole
Radio
position
check,
here
please. Radio check.
at the Brazilian
check.
Grand Prix. Now, the fuel levels which we used in the quali sim in the practice session were a little bit higher. Here we are going to go on literally the minimum fuel load to get the best lap possible out of our quali runs. So we are going to go straight away on a soft set of tires. Two people are there already on the track. Let's wait for, I think, 2-3 more people to be on the track so that we have a little bit of track temperature built up. Right now the track will be really cold. It's a sunny session. It is going to stay sunny because we fixed it.
The
to
track's pretty
clear
quiet at the
entire
moment.
session
Perhaps we
rather
should get
than
out there, get a few
dynamic
laps
and
in.
realistic session, because we have not done a lot of practice on the in the range. So once we do that, we will start doing dynamic sessions as well. But yeah, it seems everyone is getting on the track right away, and that's what we are going to do right away.
If you start to suffer from oversteer, come in and let us have a look at the setup. You'll get oversteer if the rear tyres lose grip before the front. Usually this will be coming from a lack of rear downforce or an overly stiff rear suspension. But a little tweak with negative camber or toe in can also help with this. Standing by.
I think the guy behind us has already completed the out lap and is on a hot lap at the moment. We are gonna get off a little bit slowly because there is a car coming behind us, and we would let it pass before the straight, and then we can go behind Gabriel Bortolito in P3, who has done a decent job apparently, but it's just the start of the session, so we can't tell much from that. But let's hope we get a good run of the line, and we will try to get that pole position as soon as possible. Current fastest time is 108.7, set by Alexander Albon. We want to beat that as soon as possible. And that's what we are going to do from the first lap itself. So here we go off the final corner. We are on the main street, turn 12, 13, 14 of the track. DRS and ERS wide open up to 70%. Just a little bit of hesitation on the brakes there, which will make us lose a little bit of time. I don't think it will matter that much.
Right, that's
We
us
have a
down
good
into P16 now.
middle and the final sector on this track. Just a bit of lock up there. Not a completely stable flying lap, to be honest. We were losing a grip of the exits of the corners, and we are currently P5 with a time of 108.8, and it will be too far from what the leaders have been doing, but it's definitely not sufficient for the pole position. We have a lot of improvements
Confirmed,
to
we'll
find
receive you at the end of this lap.
before we go for our second run on the new set of software. Let's try to do that.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
.3 is the new benchmark set by Fernando Alonso. We are straight away going to go back on the track to the new set of tracks. We don't want to lose too much time waiting in the pits as the track is building up temperature for the moment. I think everyone behind us who has gotten the lap right now will be getting better track condition and should be putting lap times faster than us. So just to remind, this is AI, the highest possible AI on this game. So the lap times that we are doing are really competitive, and we are trying to do our best to improve even further. So that's what we are doing at the moment. 108.3 is the benchmark. Everyone is within, I think, 4 tenths. We are 4.5 tenths away from what Fernando Alonso did there. Where is Max Verstappen? So Max Verstappen is in P2 as expected. We lost 2 tenths in the first sector itself due to that first
Right, so far, our best lap, 1
slight tire
minute,
lockup
08.8.
late turn in where we lost 1 tenth. Then we have lost, I think, another 1.5 tenth to Max in the second sector as well with the lockup. And final sector, I think we are still competitive. It's just 1 turn, so it won't matter that much anyway. So anyway, without wasting any time, let's just go for our second flying lap. This time we are going to try to improve even further.
Okay guys, everyone be aware, the car's ready to go.
I don't think lots of people will be going out for their second lap straight away. I think we are waiting for Max to get into the pit. He's waiting for his teammate to go, and off we go for our second flying lap. We are going to go on an out lap. This will take a couple of minutes. It is going to be a clear track, so we might get the best out of the track at the moment. Really fast from the exit of the pit lane. We have got visual to that now. This is what happens when there is a lot of sunlight. Maybe I should have taken what we say, maybe an overcast day rather than taking a completely dry session. The track is pretty much clear at the moment. This is not ideal for us because we are getting confused a little bit due to the shadows of the trees around, but anyway, that shouldn't hamper us too much.
And we've dropped to
We'll
P12.
still try to get the best lap possible out of this. So here we go for our second flying lap. Seems that not gonna change too much. This time we have a better exit of turn 1. We are already 3.5 tenths up on what we did previously. So that's what I was talking about.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Ah! What the hell was that? We missed that apex completely just to trying to push even more, but we were there with a. We should have been there with a time of somewhere around 107s. We definitely could have got that. But anyway, this is what is gonna happen. We are just going to try to accelerate the time to somewhere around 3 minutes, where everyone should be leaving the pits at the moment. Oh, we want to go last. Maybe we should go first, so that we have the best condition to set that lap time.
Okay,
Because I
engines
have
fired up,
felt that
we're set.
these people usually tend to just stick around with each other. I'm talking about the AI. These AI guys just stick around with each other and then go for the flying lap at the exact same moment. That kind of a tow will definitely be beneficial on the streets, but it will cause a lot of lap time loss when they get to the tricky second sector on this track. So don't want to do that. We will just avoid that completely by setting the lap time before these people even leave the pit. Let's hope we did such a good first and second sector as we did. Okay, these people have left. Now that is going to be
And that's
tricky. We are
P13,
going to get
P13.
a lot of traffic. Probably we are going to see a lot of traffic on the track when we reach in the sector 2. So we are currently starting our flying lap. It might be very tricky for us when we get to that sector 2. Not a good exit as we got it before. This is what they do. This is what they do. What the hell was that, Carlos Sainz? This is just bad, man. I don't understand what is the logic behind the
Radio check,
coding of
radio
these
check.
cars. They
Radio
just
check.
cheated every fucking time. They don't know what to do if a flying lap car is coming behind them. We are on a flying lap. Come on. They should not even drive on that.
The report's good, we're looking at a dry session.
They should not even drive on that racing line. But no, they just wiggle around on the racing line and
All clear the garage, please.
And it
Cars ready to
literally
leave.
happened on the first corner of the after the ticket. Literally at that point. I knew this was going to happen. So that was on me that we didn't wait for the other cars to leave. We could have left last and just went on further. flying lap in the last possible moment. We didn't want to do that to wait around. I would have done a practice race simulation with the race card before closing of the stream, but now we don't have that option. We will be doing just the qualifying session and then we will be closing the stream, as it's already past 12 in India and we will be sleeping in about 10-15 minutes. But before that, we are going on a flying lap on this beautiful circuit once again and try to get to that pole position. Last time we were almost into the pole position. With the second lap, we missed into the final corner and that cost us our pole position. We would have easily retired from the session. Come on, get out of the way. Please not happening, man. What is this?
Okay, give me a quick radio check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
I can't even say that was impeding, that was just... So basically we were just too close to the tower. The timing tower hit 17 minutes and we need
Everyone ready? Okay, let's go.
leave for the first flying lap once again. This is our third attempt. In first attempt we would have been on pole in our second lap as well, but yeah, we lost the traction on the final corner, exit of final corner, which forced our car to spin. Let's hope that doesn't happen this time. But still going to push. Don't want to overheat our tires. That also could be the reason we are losing so much time in turn 1 as we are pushing up to the line. So let's take the second half of the second sector and the third sector a little bit slowly so that we pull off our tire tanks a bit. So that they are in the operating window, not too it's such a bulge of a I don't know what is the problem with me today. This is just so steady. Usually we are so good on this track. Either it's our luck or it's our mistake. We are making a mess out of this qualifying session. So what we are going to do, we are going to go for another.
Been pushed down to P17.
And the same set of tires. And don't want to waste another set of tires. See, this is how you leave space. This space is not left by these cars at all. But here we go once again. Maybe now we will be able to get to that good traction zone.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
I don't know, I think we need to just try to get this session done and go to sleep right away. I think it's the tiredness of the night. We have been working
Right,
throughout
the
day.
car's ready. Let's get it out there.
Finally in the night we get 2 hours to stream. It's tiring. The practice session itself is quite tiring with those 30 odd laps that we do. So yeah, definitely the fatigue is onto us right now. We see this is what is happening. We are just messing up everything at the moment.
Alright, let's have a quick radio
As per
check,
the
please.
drivers
Radio
also
check.
Radio
have a
check.
practice session, then a break, then once again they have a practice session and a break, and then they that's the importance of the break, guys. So if you don't take it, you have to
Okay,
take
that's all the
breaks.
checks complete. We're ready to go.
Continuous. Continuous breathing practice or workout isn't gonna work. It's better if you just take break, you will improve in half over it, rather than struggling with a fatigued mind and body isn't gonna help anyone. So try to take as much break as possible whenever you can. If you can't, you need to find the minutes of time to do that because it's necessary. Not go on. This is going to be our last attempt. If this doesn't succeed anyhow with 3 perfect laps, we are going to close off the stream because it's a hard stop for us at 12:30 p.m. It's already 12:23. It gives us 7 minutes to complete this session. We are going to extend it to 18 minutes if we are going good, but if it doesn't, we are going to just turn off the stream and go for sleep right away. And we will continue this race tomorrow as we did for Bahrain as well. At 0.4 is the benchmark. This was a decent lap. I wouldn't say a perfect lap, but a decent lap should be somewhere around P2 or P3. Yeah, as we practice, we are just a little bit behind Fernando Alonso. Not by a lot, 1.5 tenths. Which we can definitely improve in the next lap. We are going to go into the pitch. I can feel that fatigue coming in my body right away.
Pitting this lap then. Come into the pits at the end of this lap.
these are going to be our final 2 laps. This is where we can push a little bit harder. This corner we have improved a lot over the time. We used to struggle a lot here.
Okay, we've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
This is also where we can find an improvement. The final sector we are struggling a lot. But nonetheless, we are currently in P3. Fernando Alonso is on P1 with a time of 108.4. I don't think everyone has put a lap time. So we will see how much everyone is going to put in that lap. Currently we are in provisional P3 position. And we take that as a good result at the moment. We are straight away going to go on the second lap as well. It is Max. Max is still not into the... Okay, he's on a flying lap. Let's see Max Verstappen's lap time, 117.4. What we did was similar to that. So we are matching Max Verstappen in the first sector. Definitely second sector he's going to improve a lot. He's usually very fast with the 110 here. He's the fastest. Even Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are not that fast. They struggle a lot in F125. Max is just fearless and spotless. Sector 2, 34.7. What we did, it was 35.0. So 2/10 improvement can be found there. Max is currently fastest. Sector 2 and just 1,000s behind in Sector 1. So he goes to P1 with a time of 108.4. 108.2 as expected. We need to find an improvement of around 3/10 in the second sector and around 1/10 in the final sector. So let's try to get that. The next flying
Okay,
lap.
mate, our best lap so far, 1:08.6. We're 19th in the speed trap, 332.4 kilometers per hour. Okay, guys, everyone be aware the car's ready to go.
It is the work today. We are going to continue this. In our tomorrow's speed, we will once again be going with the same Brazilian Grand Prix without the practice session, with only qualifying and the race. So that also will turn out to be around 2-hour session, not exactly 2 hours, but we have pretty spare time. We will look into something else. Track. Don't have anyone else on the track at the moment, so this will be a lap without traffic, so this should be our best lap. Out of the final corner, we go once again for our second flying lap on this track. First flying lap we did a time of 108.6. Now we want to go somewhere around 106.8.0. So let's try to do this. of time in that first sector. And that was a good exit of 7-4.
Okay, just 2 laps of fuel remaining now.
We have found improvements. I won't say too much in the movement, but it's still enough to get to P2. The main loss was in the first corner itself. From there on, we were able to improve drastically in the second and third sector. Fine, we are able to go back.
Right, let's have you in at the end of this lap, please.
This is the kind of grip that I was doing feeling in the practice session. It's not the, I think it's not the car setup, but it's the time of the session. It's usually in the day. This might have adverse effect on overheating. That's why we might have been taking so many lockups which we are not taking anymore. Same will be with the race. That's why we will be able to have better tire degradation than what we did in the had in the practice session. So hopefully we will be able to achieve that.
To view current strategy and race objectives, press the MFD button to open the multifunction display, and then press it again to cycle through until you reach the strategy and objectives screen. Right, our best lap so far, 1 minute 08.3. Okay, we're 20th in the speed trap, 332.4 kilometers per hour.
First sector, around 600. Second sector, we were the fastest. And third sector, once again we lost. How much will it be? Almost 1.5 tons. So we can improve there as well. I think we should go.
There are a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets too busy.
What happened? I just want to do that. I just don't want to do that once again. So we'll just straight away go on the track.
Okay, engines fired up. We're set.
Try to beat our own time to get that pole position. We are only 800ths of a second away from Max Verstappen at the moment. We'll try to find that time. This is going to be the last lap of the stream. So if you are new to the stream, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. As we are going to be doing streams regularly now. And I hope you will also enjoy watching these. So this is the last lap of the stream today. We will be doing the race and racing tomorrow. So here we go for our final run in qualifying in Brazil. We are trying to beat Max Verstappen for
We've
the
only
pole
got 2
position.
laps of fuel left.
We are currently 800 behind Max. That's not what we wanted. I've just come back in the pits and we are going to go on the same set of tires.
Okay, so remember that the way the car handles is all about weight transfer. When you brake, the centre of mass moves forward, when you accelerate it moves rearward, and when you turn in, it's pushed to the outside of the car. The more load on each tyre equals more grip, so make sure you're smooth with the controls to prevent the weight transfer from becoming too violent. All set, we're ready to go, so let's get the car out onto the track.
Sort out that post corner braking. We are struggling with that. We will not struggle in the race for sure, but here in the qualifying when we have to push it to the limit, we are definitely struggling at the moment. We are not able to find that limit as of now. But thank God we saved our car within time. We just went to the garage so that we didn't miss on the final attempt once again like we did previously. Not sure how much the tires will still have. Shouldn't be too bad because it's just 4% tire wear. It should be good enough, but still, let's hope it doesn't affect us too much. So here we go for our final climb lap with 30 seconds left on the clock. We got out just at the perfect time. Now this was the kind of exit that I was looking for before. Not a big improvement. And we are dropping down the order. We are P4 at the moment. So anyway, we are just gonna go back to the main menu. We are not going to continue with this for today. We will do another qualifying session tomorrow, or maybe we can just go back to the garage and start from whatever position we are in right now. So we are not in a bad position. Oh, look at how close
Goodbye
the
for
grid
now
is
then, but really we're just
at the
getting
moment.
started. Make sure to join
This
us
is
again
the
for
closest I have
Lights Out
seen.
tomorrow.
108.2, 108.2, 108.3, 108.3 and 108.3 again. So that was the closest grid positions in top 5 that I have seen. Not shouldn't be a big gap to the cars behind as well. Yeah, so P17 up to P17 it's only 6 tenths. After that I think we shouldn't consider them competitive. But yeah, everyone is within 108s at the moment, and we could have got that pole position easily as Max didn't improve. We were already 2 turns up, but if we didn't invalidate that lap, we would have been on pole position. So that's unfortunate, but nevertheless, this is what it is at the moment, and we are just going to go with this for the race that is going to happen tomorrow. We can't do it right now because we don't have that much of a time left in our stream. So whoever joined in, thanks for watching. It was really pleasure doing this stream for you guys, and I hope you have a good night, and we are going to just close off the stream and go to sleep as well, as it's already 12:40 here in India. So we will be seeing you tomorrow once again for the race session, which will be 36 laps of racing. We are going to start from P5 whatever happens, and then we are going to try to recover up to the podium and even for the win against Max. So yeah, that is it for today's stream, and this is Zeus F1 Gaming signing off, and have a good night, goodbye, ciao.